Wait a minute, we gotta talk about these taglines. Jennifer really said, "My nose might be new, but I can still smell a rat." You can't smell anything with those collapsed nostrils. Out here with a Dwight special. Out here with a nose that's merely an ornament. Ain't good for breathing nothing. I suppose it's a great way to keep COVID out your nostrils, but other than that, I don't know how you smelling anything. Maybe you did that so you wouldn't taste your food, so you wouldn't put all that weight back on again. Maybe that's what you did. Okay, whose little girl is this? Cause she don't look nothing like Dolores or Frank. I thought she was the nanny for a minute. DeLolo, why are you waiting for your ex-husband to finish your house? You have money. Just hire somebody to finish it. I never understood rich people that did that. Well, you ain't here, call another crew. These are some disrespectful, ungrateful children. I mean, DeLolo, like, you did a good job with Frank, but this daughter, I don't know how you gonna mouth off to the people who are saying, "Oh yes, we want you to live rent-free, bill-free." Child, I will be cleaning the floors. I'll be making dinners. I will be enjoying. And these are your parents? How long do you think you have with them? Child, calm down. Take your happy butt back to them dogs in veterinary school. I'm sick of you. How you gonna tell him he can't bring women home to the house he's paying for? You're not paying for shit. And your parents are divorced. And she's like, "I don't care if he brings women over. I ain't with them. He was fucking my boyfriend for how long?" Now we got Gia slinging some sweatshirts, but they look a little boring. Like Gia herself. Oh God, we still dealing with this daddy-daughter drama. If y'all don't go yell at Joe and leave your uncle alone, you can't even yell at your father because he's been banned from the country. But yet it's your uncle's fault. Oh, but now we got the husbands, and honestly, they're just as busybody-ish as the wives. You can't tell them shit. I'll tell you this, I'd be a husband that could hold water. But then again, you know, I don't put business in the street, I love that Frank said, "I did not know as you get older, you have to answer to your kids. And if they love you, you do. If they don't love you, honey, they don't care." So now they get to talk about Bill's outing as a cheater. And Frank said, "I called him and he ain't okay." He ain't okay because he's stuck married to Jennifer. And now we get to the topic of Louis' video. But I want to know, were the guys actually naked, or were they just shirtless on the beach? Because if you're just shirtless on the beach, that ain't that big of a deal. If y'all was naked, that's a little more interesting. Oh, Jackie throwing a little shade. You know, in this group, I think we were the only ones who went away to college and were in fraternities and sororities. Shade, heifer. Shade. You gonna plan a frat party for these heifers with kegs? That shit is cute at 30, but not 40. Jackie, I don't know if this show is for you, if it's triggering your eating disorder. We want you healthy. And you ain't gonna be healthy with that pterodactyl Teresa always yelling at you. I say yell back. Take your anger out on her ass. She deserves, honey. She deserves. Evan, could you have a little more emotion and concern on your face? I mean, I know you're not a good actor and y'all, went over what you was gonna talk about at this dinner. But, you could just seem more concerned. Right now, you giving me an 18-month tea. However, after that, Jackie calls Jennifer, and Jennifer gonna say she was overwhelmed with the consequences of your own actions. The fact that nobody was falling for your Turkish tears. So she invite her to their little get-together and ask if Bill is coming, and she said, he's not going to show up to be embarrassed by Margot again. Smart move. But with our simian love, we got Louis and Teresa making dinner, and Gia and Melania gonna show up to hash shit out with their uncle. Something seemed off about Louis. Teresa is still out here saying, "Margaret crossed the line. I was villainized." No, you ran around with the rumor. This heifer has called people's mothers loose women. But she's lying down with the lech. It's hypocritical. Quite frankly, heiferly. Teresa is blindly on Jennifer's side because it justifies her own poor actions, and Teresa got cheated on. So now we got Louis leading us through an anger management exercise disguised as a game. And Teresa gonna say she wants to be more loyal. You can't decide when you want loyalty. You want Melissa loyal to you, but you're never loyal to Joe because he won't give you the D. That's really what you mean by loyalty. You want Joe's D. That intimate incestuality. That's what you want. You want to keep it in the family. I think you should see somebody about it. Gia, you whining that your family can't get along. Have you ever thought, maybe it's the fault of the adults? Your mother plays a big part. And so did your felonious father. So the Giudices and all gotten on the good foot, thank goodness, after Joe's soliloquy. Miss Whoville knows is very upset that the girls have been ganging up on Jennifer, but if you had watched the show, you would have seen the stunt she pulled. She left in tears because she couldn't take accountability. Also, why did she think that that would be kept private when she came on a reality show? That ain't thinking to me. So we finally at this frat house function. Margaret said if Jennifer has an ounce of emotional intelligence, she will apologize. And Jackie said, oh, you know that heifer ain't. Margaret said, well, if she's going to come in here and cry, she shouldn't come. How you going to tell this heifer to come to somebody else's party? I said let the heifer bawl. The tears would fall on deaf ears. Lord Whoville knows going to say, well, as a woman and a mother, we should have empathy for her. But what about an accuser, a shit starter, and a liar? What about that? But right as the heifers are having their caucus about Jennifer, her and Bill walk in. Marge says that she's sick of talking about Jennifer, and I agree. So she asks Black Dolores how's David, and she says they're not together. Y'all ain't been together. He got more puss out of Frank than puss out of you. Black Dolores, I think you enjoyed that Frank did the heavy lifting in that relationship, and you just got to have a boyfriend when you wanted to. So Black Dolores tells Jennifer, I'm glad you okay, but you came at Marge just as hard as she came at you. And Jennifer's going to say, well, I don't know if you're better friends with Margaret than me. She's clearly better friends with Margaret. Nobody likes you on the show. Everybody just pities you. Jennifer gonna say, Jackie told me how you haven't been a good friend to me. Why you throwing Jackie up under the bus? Dolores said, hold on, Jackie. You've been nasty to her ever since you got on the show. Well, I'm comforting her, and she was making videos about me. And Black Dolores said, girl, if you don't stop whining about that tired little Instagram impression. Dolores asked, do I support you or not? Do I support you or not? And Jennifer says, I would love more. All right, I'll work on it. For what? I don't think she deserves more. But you let me know. I don't want to hear from this. Don't call me this! Don't call me this! Jackie, I'm going to need you to calm down. You are reaching for a plot line. You're going to respect me. No, I don't feel like doing that. Yes, you are. What are you going to do about it? Girl, we almost got a skirmish. Well, I'm going to see you next week for the shit.